Good morning, chat. What is up? Oh my gosh, here comes this fucking M3. Please do not start making loud noises. I really wanted to come out here before my team meeting just to say that you need to go in on a personal brand. Got my coffee here. They made it good today. What the frick? Hey, yo, what? You need to go all in on a personal brand, bro. I recently came to the conclusion that I'm wasting my time. I am wasting my time by not having a personal brand, by not posting every single day. A lot of people overthink it, bro. A lot of people overthink like what exactly they need to do to start a personal brand. Let me open up the blinds and stuff inside so I get some light. They overthink what exactly is required of them to start and have a personal brand and to be able to scale up their attention to scale up sales, right? Now, if you're not into personal branding, you're not into business, you're not into online money, you're not into sales at all, then a lot of this may sound like gibberish and nerd shit to you. But if you are into this, like if you're the other one, right? Gibberish and nerd shit is what it sounds like to you, then you can leave. Or you can learn something new. Because genuinely, this is the only thing anybody should be focusing on coming into 2026, coming into 2027. There's only a couple things that you really can do nowadays. It's either have a personal brand or be extremely referred and connected into the space that you're already in. The other one, the latter one, is almost damn near impossible unless you put thousands of hours and a shit ton of time into it, or you just are a nepo baby. You just know the right people, right? That said, it's like if you aren't that, you don't have the connections, you don't have the resources, you don't have the knowledge, or you know the right people, you need to start your own personal brand, bro. What the hell are you doing? There's literally no other way to go about it. There's no other way to go about it. I think I've come to the conclusion. I've came to this conclusion so hard. Like it's hit me so hard because I've had this I've had this weird feeling. I've had this really weird feeling that I'm not going to make it unless I make a personal brand. It's probably not true. I actually have went all in on a business model called growth operations, which is just sales and marketing management. And I found some success with it. I don't need to have a personal brand to start making more money within that niche, within that business model. But there is a ceiling, there is a cap. All right. Just like with anything else, there is a ceiling, there is a cap. To me personally, all right, it involves sales, so you don't really need, there really isn't that much like of a ceiling or a cap, but there's a cap for me. All right. I'll be so blunt and transparent. It doesn't matter how many connections you have, anybody can cut you off. All right. It doesn't matter how many connections you have. If you don't have your own business, anybody can cut you off. Anybody can fire you. Anybody can let you go. And nobody will know the work that you did. All right. Sure, there might be ways around this. Sure, there might be things you can do. Sure, there might be things you can do to be able to circumvent this. I know I'm going inside and outside, y'all, but it's hot inside. And I'm just trying not to be too loud out here because I know I have neighbors and shit. But it's a Monday morning. People are at work and stuff like that. People have jobs. So no one probably cares. So I'm probably just overthinking it. But that said, it's like I've come to the conclusion that you absolutely need to go all in on your personal brand. Think about it like this, bro. Think about it like this. Would you rather have a dependency on your connections, a dependency on people, a dependency on a business that's not yours? Or would you rather have your own business, have your own lead flow, have your own content, have your own marketing, have your own team? You need to have your own personal brand. All right. But there's a big common fear right there. Oh, I've never seen myself being online, putting my face out there. What would I even say? What would I even do? People don't want to watch me. I don't have anything to offer. I don't have any value, but the value's in your mind. But your mind is so rich. Your mind is literally so rich. It has the blueprint to what you want to achieve if you allow it to give you the blueprint. If you allow yourself to listen. You could say the universe, you could say God, you could say Allah, whatever you want to say. Put that put that vision in your mind, put the blueprint in your mind. Doesn't matter who put it there, it is there. The vision, the imagination, the dream, right? That you have in your head, that is literally the blueprint. You just have to take steps towards it, right? So if personal branding is that blueprint that you see, then you need to absolutely go all in on it. A lot of people say, oh, they have all these limiting beliefs around it. And I had the biggest limiting belief, right? I had 2 pages. I had one for business, I had one personal. I stopped posting on my personal one because I didn't want old high school friends, or I didn't want people to judge me from going from one business model for content creation, another business model for online fitness coaching, to high ticket sales, and now growth operations. It's like I didn't want people to see me fail. I had a fear of seeing people fail, of allowing people to see me fail, because I didn't want them judging me, or I didn't want them thinking that I was inferior or stupid, or failing, not succeeding. Right? I didn't want people to see that. Right? So who's calling me while I'm making a video? I'll call him right back. Everything's aligning now. Um, it's crazy. After I hit some people up, I literally hit people up, and it's just crazy, bro. Like, when you're on the right path, I won't go all in on this. I'll make a separate video for this. But when you're on the right path, it's like people want to start hitting you back up. It's crazy. But that said, it's like I had this limiting belief that I had to have a separate page because I don't want people to see me fail. All right. So I put all my business on a different business page, thinking that that was gonna do something. Um, and there's this weird thing that I'm telling the universe in all this. I'm basically telling the universe that I don't deserve to be successful. I don't deserve to blow up my page. I don't deserve it. You're telling the universe that because you can't go all in on one thing. You haven't fully went all in. You're telling the universe that I am not all in. That is what you're telling the universe, bro. That is literally what you're telling the universe when you're splitting up your pages, when you're trying not to be seen. It's telling the universe that you don't want to be seen. You don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want it bad enough. That's what it's telling the universe, that you're still scared of success, that you're still scared of yourself, you're still scared of judgment, that you're still lowly. That is what you're telling the universe, bro. And the universe will continue to confirm it. The universe will continue to confirm it. That said, I came to this crazy realization. I came to this big realization that I need to nut up. I need to start nutting up, and I need to start posting content. I said, how do I go about it? Right? But it took a mindset shift before I can actually start nutting up and start actually posting, right? So I have a business partner, and I'm currently managing her offer, right? She has an online personal branding offer where she coaches you one-on-one, and she pretty much scales up your content so you can make sales with digital marketing, sell your own offer, whatever it may be. I scaled up her offer from like 4K to 20K in a week when I first met her. Long story short, this personal branding coach actually helped me, right? I didn't have my own personal brand, right? It was through connections, it was through referrals that I got my clients who I scaled their offers. But this one personal branding coach changed my perspective on posting. I literally would not be posting this right now if it was not for her. And she told me, instead of thinking that people are seeing you go from business model to business model to business model and seeing you fail, or thinking that you're switching because you can't find a good one, or you're incompetent, or you're lame, whatever your limiting belief is, stop thinking and assuming that they are thinking that of you, and allow them to see you move on to a better one. Allow them to see you move on to one that's letting you win. Allow them to see you win. Document it. What are you doing? Just document it. After that mindset shift, I literally, for the next 4 days after that, my brain was on fire. My heart was on fire because I literally was thinking, I was like, whoa, allow them to see you win. You're just documenting. Allow them to see you win, right? Because the personal brand was never about what you're doing. It's about you. The personal brand was never about what you're doing. It was about you. I'll say it again. The personal brand was never about what you're doing. It is about you. You are the personal brand. There is nothing in this world that's going to make you unique. There is nothing in this world that is going to make you unique. There is nothing in this world, bro. Not this MacBook, bro. not these headphones, not my hair, not the Saratoga bottle that Ashton Hall advertised for everybody, not this coffee that I got in the morning, not the fact that I go on walks every morning. The shit that I do does not make me unique because nothing in this fucking world is unique. There is nothing in this world that is unique. The only thing in this world that makes you special, the only thing in this world that makes you different and unique and stand out is you and your thoughts. You and your brain. You and your mind. That is the only thing that will make you stand out in 2026 and 2027. That is the only thing that will convert into sales. All this content conversion, all this turn your content into sales, all this start a personal brand. You have to have the top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. You have the nurturing secrets at the bottom. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. What the fuck are you talking about? None of that shit fucking matters. None of that shit fucking matters until you fucking realize that you are the personal brand. You need to document everything. So I was just staring at the wall in the shower. I was using the wall method, right? Staring at the wall in the shower. I was thinking to myself, like, what the fuck do I post today? Top of funnel, middle, bottom of funnel, tofu, mofu, bofu, right? What are you posting each one? No, bro, shut the fuck up. None of it fucking matters. Literally document your life. And sure, there is some validity to it, but you have to validate what the fuck you're going to post about in the first place to be able to make that system even valid. All right? Document your whole life. It does not matter what you post out there. It does not matter. You need to document your whole life before you try to go ahead and use systems. If you are trying to use systems with nothing to systemize, you're doing it all wrong. If you're trying to attack it with how do I post top of funnel content today for awareness? How do I post middle of funnel value for retention? And how do I post bottom of funnel so I can get them in my funnel and start a nurturing sequence? And yo, shut up, bro. You have nothing to validate. You need to go ahead and start documenting your life, and then you can apply systems to that. The biggest mindset shift I had was to get out of my own way with the limiting beliefs, and I had to reframe my own beliefs about it. My partner, of course, my business partner, of course, helped me out with that. Instead of allowing them to see me win, instead of allowing them to see the documentation, instead of allowing these people, whoever I thought it was, old high school friends, old people who used to watch me, family members, whatever it may be, instead of allowing them to see me win, move on to a better business model, allow them to see the documentation of my life and see what's going on and consume me, I was worried that they thought I was failing. I was assuming that they were thinking I was failing. Stop taking on other people's perspectives. Stop taking on and thinking about what other people are thinking. Do you. Keep a positive mindset. Keep a positive attitude. Do what you love. Document everything, because a personal brand in 2026 is what's going to make you a boss. It's what's going to make you rich. It's just going to allow you to expand and grow. Over the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to see my life change. I know that for sure because I'm going to be posting consistently. Last thing I want to say, and I might end this off with every single vlog, everything is energy. Everything is energy. I know you can tell by the energy that I'm going to be successful and that I'm going to make you successful if you keep following along with these vlogs. Everything is energy. That is all there is to it. Simply match the frequency of the reality that you desire, and you can't help but get that reality. Fine tune your mindset, and you will be successful. I'll see you later in the next one.